Okay, here I have an old straw bale that basically I allowed to sort of rot over the winter, and then I planted a couple of things in it. I planted here, you can just on the right here see the stem from watermelon that was planted here, and there were two watermelons that grew on that. They didn't get huge, and we were just learning about the best time to harvest them and everything, but that's already done for the season. And then still growing over here in this same straw bale, I had planted a piece of potato. And the potato, you can see the leaves growing out. They're stretched out longer than the length of the straw bale, so they're probably a good 4 feet of plant that's stretching out there, getting the sunlight for itself. And in under here there are potatoes growing. You can see one right here. That's a nice sized little spud here for something just growing in an old bale of straw. I'm going to keep it covered because you do not want the sun to touch your potatoes. But there's more over here. You can see there's a whole batch of them growing here underneath the surface. And so here we've got 1, 2, 3 decent sized ones, a couple of little ones. If they're green on the top like this one is, they're not good. You don't want to eat green potatoes. If the sun hits them, they get green, and then they're no good to eat. They would make you sick actually to eat them. So I'll just keep that covered up here. And the time when it's time to harvest potatoes, from everything I've read, is basically when the leaves wither up. So we're here at the end of September in northeastern United States, and they haven't withered up yet, but I expect probably within the next few weeks when these leaves wither up, then it'll be time for me to just reach in here and harvest my potatoes. And should be very, very easy to do so, because as you can see, you can just basically reach right into the straw and pull them out. And so that's the scoop on growing potatoes in a bale of straw. And you can see it takes up very little space, and was on an area here where this is all concrete. I didn't actually have space to an area to actually plant these additional vegetables, and also I didn't have a big pot to plant them in that would be big enough for these purposes, and I had a few old bales of straw that were free because people were getting rid of them after Halloween decorations and such last year, so made good use of them and got a couple of spuds out of them in the process.